Sanjay, welcome to Frankly
Thanks,
Speaking. So nice to meet you.
Thanks so much.
And comes at a time when people are saying a lot of things about you, Sanjay.
Like what?
Like they say you're joining politics.
Well, this happened actually about 4 months ago. It came out in the news somewhere that I'm joining politics, and I was asked about that. So I said, maybe one day I may think about joining politics. But I thought they just carried it on, and it's funny because just yesterday I was traveling to Film City, and a Land Cruiser came, and I was on a traffic light, and one Havaldar said, "Put your window down." So I put it down. And there was, I think, an MLA or an MP from either Shiv Sena or some other party, I don't know. He says, "Namaste Sanjay ji, kaise hain?" I said, "Namaskar sahab." वो बोले कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी से मैं लड़ रहा हूँ, कहीं यहाँ से तो आप नहीं लड़ रहे हो. So I said,
Actually said that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Why do you think he said it? Obviously, he took you seriously.
I think he took the media seriously more than he took me. Because I mean, I really, absolutely, as of now, there's no way I'm in me in politics.
What did you have in mind when you were asked that and you said maybe at one day I could think
I
about
thought
it? Because
that-
you're from a political family.
Yeah.
Your father was in politics. Your
Yes.
sister is actively in politics and a member of parliament. So it's not entirely out of the question, is it, of your joining politics?
As of now, it is totally out. No, but at that time when I said it, I had all these things in consideration as to what my father did. And, my father, he did things for his party and for the people of the country. He never cared about himself. I mean, he just wanted to just do things for the country, And that's where we come from. And I thought maybe one day I could do that.
You thought about that? Spoke to your sister ever about it?
No, I've never taken it that seriously. I mean, where I could speak to Priya or speak to anybody about it.
But if you were to say, I would think about it, what would you have in mind? What would you really want to contribute?
I want to contribute to the nation. I want to contribute to the people of our country. I want to contribute for the betterment of the country. In any small way I can. I mean, you look at the terror attacks today. I mean, our heroes, I call them heroes because the NSG or the Mumbai police or the army or anybody, I mean, to fight any battle without equipment, without tools, I mean, I feel it's sad, I mean, they have only one thing and they have the guts and they never say no. And that's how we fight, we combat other forces, which is sad.
Do you think you could do something for them as a politician?
I would do everything for them as a politician. I mean, defense is number one, I feel. If your defense is strong, your country is strong.
No, I appreciate that. But again, I'm not trying to be suspicious about you, Sanjay, but if one were to look at all your statements since you came out on bail, and all the statements are the right statements. You're at the right places, making the right statements. There is an obvious change of image, Sanjay. But there is an obvious change of pre-2007 and post-2007 Sanjay Dutt. There is a change of image, not just a change of look with your new look, but it's obvious with the beard and everything else. A more mature sounding, perhaps a more settled down, politically correct image. Am I wrong about that, Sanjay?
See,
Has something happened?
I think it's not. I've not done it consciously. Maybe marriage has done it to me. I don't know.
You think so? But there's a different Sanjay on the sets and a different Sanjay outside. Am I right? I mean, your other persona, off-screen persona, has changed, Sanjay. It's visible, it's distinct. If I know interviewing you at your residence in those times, I think it was 2006 and now, there's a perceptible difference in you, Sanjay. Analyze yourself for me.
I am analyzing. Maybe at that time, you see, I mean, I was under pressure, you can say. I had a lot of things going on in my life. I was suppressed because of various reasons, because of my case. My case is sub judice even today. But I mean, I realized one thing is that I've kept quiet 17 years. Why shouldn't I let my feelings be known to people?
Kept quiet as
I mean, in any interview, I mean, I couldn't speak the way I'm speaking. I used to feel scared to do it, and stuff like that. But I think
inhibited.
I was, and I feel now it's time where I should speak because I'm not wrong in what I'm saying.
Were you very conscious? I remember. I remember 2
Yeah.
years back when I met you, the one thing which was obvious was that the case was constantly on your mind.
Absolutely.
And you were worried about, will it go this way, will it go that way, will I have to go to jail, will I not have to, what is going to happen? Now you seem to be a little free of that.
I am free of it, Arnab, and God has been kind, and I think I want to thank the judiciary, and I think everybody was there. Is that a big stigma is taken away from my head and from my family's head. Though my father is no more, but he died just to hear that word that his son is not in a terror case. And that was such a big load off me and my family.
You mean Justice Kode's comment?
Yes,
That
and
is-
for me to be
that is-
removed from the terror case and being put in the Arms Act. You know, it was a huge burden of us. You know, and
It wasn't about going to jail, it was about being called a terrorist.
absolutely, even going to jail, but it's a difference. You see, going to jail. I mean, in an Arms Act case, and to go to jail being in a terror case, you know. And I'm not a terrorist. You know, I'm not.
You had sleepless nights at that time.
I had terrible nights. I couldn't sleep. I just used to think, and
But you're carrying on your career even then.
I had gone to the sets 2-3 times, but I just couldn't.
What happened? Tell me what that experience, going to the sets.
I-
What made you stop going?
I just couldn't perform. I mean, it was start, sound, camera, and I used to be blank, you know, and action, and I used to forget my lines, and till I just told them, I said, like, I just can't do it.
I still remember that picture of you being taken away in a police van on the Pune road, and the entire world's camera is there behind you, asking around for a soundbite, and then you turning around and saying, I'm innocent. That's not going to go away from your mind either for a long time. Were you scared of not coming out?
Arnab, to be honest with you, when I was taken in custody, see, the whole procedure is very demeaning to any person who's a right person, who comes, you know, from a good family, a good background, and you know, anybody maybe, you know, I'm not. The procedure is of being a criminal. Your fingerprints are taken, and your, you know, prints are taken. So it's sort of it shook me, you know, when that procedure happened. But then I was taken to Arthur Road jail. But there was a lot of sympathy with the officers in jail, which gave me a lot of comfort, you know, and with the people. I mean, just the general people on the streets, and when I was taken, and you know, the kind of their feelings, which gave me a lot of confidence. It gave me a lot of strength. I mean, when I reached Pune at 11:30 in the night, there were a lot of people standing outside the jail, and
Was
they were
it
shouting
because-
Munna Bhai and all.
Was it because you were a star? Or was it because they felt you were right?
They just felt that, you know, it was wrong.
Because Munna Bhai couldn't do it.
Because Munna Bhai maybe couldn't do it. But as I said, I mean, initially,
I must tell you, Sanjay, at that time, these are two images that even I found hard to reconcile. Munna Bhai, you know, the headline was Munna Bhai goes to jail. Do you think, Sanjay, that Munna Bhai image worked in your favor in terms of public perception? Because it was such a lovable character. And around the time all of this was going on, you know, you were not Sanjay Dutt, you were Munna Bhai.
yes,
You get my point?
absolutely.
So when Munna Bhai goes to jail, it is seen to be something that's unfair to Munna Bhai. If they said Sanjay Dutt goes to jail, it gets a different impression. You've been to jail before, but this time Munna Bhai went to jail. So do you think that actually helped the public perception being built up in your favor, or, you know, your case,
Well,
sympathies towards you? etc.?
Arnab, Munna Bhai has played a major part in everything in my life. Whether it
How?
was MBBS or Lagera, and especially Lagera, where the message of the father of the nation was spoken, and it was reintroduced to the younger generation who had forgotten Gandhiji, basically. And it was done in such a beautiful way that, I mean, it really helped me